Oh yeah, bent over rows. 3 sets of 3. That felt pretty good. Did a lot of warm-ups, some mobility, getting the shoulders ready. Wearing a belt because my back is running a little tight and it feels a little fatigue in there, especially with the bent over row. The lower back is going to be contracted quite a bit. So yeah, really, it's going to be crazy.
Shit, got steam cam. By the way, we're holding the camera so close because we got some
noise in the background. But since it's wide angle, it's like my beak is right in the camera lens there. Sorry guys. I know it's not the most attractive face.
You want to see the beard gains come out.
Yeah. I'll talk with my beard, just talk like this. Yeah. What you want to keep in mind in this is that there's a couple ways to do it. You know, once you're going a little bit more heavy, the bent over position you're not going to get exactly parallel to the floor. You're going to increase that angle a little bit, and you're going to guide that bar kind of along that thigh area instead of kind of pulling it wider to more the sternum area. So it's going to allow you to lift a little bit heavier weight because the weight now is placed over the midfoot area. So if you're bent over too much here, the bar is going to be more on the end of your feet and is going to want to pull you over. It's going to put a lot more pressure in the lower spine. So if you kind of adjust it where you're pushing your hips back, the bar is set here, so it's more the midline foot. It's going to feel a hell of a lot more stable, and then that way you can kind of row it up from there. And it's going to still be working a lot of the lats, but you're going to feel it, feel a little bit more comfortable that way with this heavier weight. So that being said, let's jump into this and see what it looks like and how it feels. Oh, definitely felt heavy. As you can see, the range of motion isn't like, it's limited a little bit, but still feeling a lot of activation in the lats. A little bit in the biceps as a secondary muscle group, and the lower back, you will feel it in your lower back. That's why I'm wearing a belt actually, because my lower back's feeling a little bit tight from the day before we did lower body, but it feels pretty good other than that. Speaking of the bent over row and the positioning with a heavier weight, there's kind of different ways you can do it. There's always kind of an alternate form you can do on an exercise, and this one is going to still be a bent over row, but you're starting from the ground. So it's kind of like a Pendlay row. With the Pendlay row, you're starting from the ground, you're creating a lot of force, and then you're not using any kind of eccentric contraction, you're letting it drop. With the bent over row, it's kind of similar positioning. It's starting from the floor, you're getting more of a parallel position in your upper body to the floor. But with this one, you're still utilizing a little bit of eccentric contraction on the way down, but it's gonna take a little bit away from the lower back because you're resting it on the floor each time. So we're gonna try it out with this weight and see how it feels. Yeah, I felt pretty good. Lower back definitely was not activated quite as much as it was with just the kind of positioning of holding the bar throughout each set, kind of more of that time under tension where that lower back is having to be contracted. So if you're having any kind of issues with the lower back, I'm still wearing the belt, but it did feel a lot more comfortable as far as that lower back activation throughout the full range of motion and throughout the full set. With this one, letting it set on the ground and then getting your repetitions from that position could be a little bit more comfortable. So you can try either way and see how it feels for you. Whew.
Felt good to me. Start to see the stars near the end there. Tunnel was closing a little bit, but I got it done. I enjoy this positioning a little bit more. As Brandon was saying, there's varieties to everything. This mimics a little bit more of a Pendlay row, except the only difference is you're not slamming the weight down. Kind of wish I could, because 315 at least for me is heavy as hell, but this feels a little bit better. Unlike Brandon, I wasn't going all the way down. No preference really. I just didn't, but it felt good.
Moving on to the incline press, got it set up here. It's a pretty simple exercise, pushing exercise, focusing on the upper chest. We have a tutorial on the Buff Dudes workout channel if you ever want to kind of get a little bit of better insight into this exercise. We never go like crazy in depth with it, maybe how some channels do. We're writing on ourselves with like a little marker or doing a whiteboard thing, but if kind of give you some quick tips and hints to keep in mind, things to do, what not to do, just to get a good refresher, because sometimes it's, you know, it's nice to have that, or just kind of be like, hey, I am doing it right, you know. So that being said, let's see how it feels. Oh yeah. Felt good. Felt good.
You saw the nervous spot camera cam there for a second. He didn't need a spot though. He did not need a spot, but I was ready just in case, because we're riding solo today. There's no cameraman or woman, so it's just me and Brandon, but he did it.
Moral support. It always helps. Feels good.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be performing incline press as well. The plan doesn't actually specify what kind of incline press there is. Brandon's doing barbell. I'm going to be doing dumbbell because, which is kind of the theme with this plan, shoulder is feeling it a little bit, so I got to switch up certain exercises. That particular incline barbell press machine really tweaks my shoulders, so I'm just going with the dumbbell on the bench. It really helps. They feel great, so I'm switching it up. As we've said in the past, sometimes the hardest part is getting it up. Now let's see if I can get it up. That felt good. You know, it's kind of sad. I wish these dumbbells went up a little bit. I could probably do about 140, 150 pounds doing 110, as you can see now. So I might even do maybe about 5 reps on my next 2 sets, just to really get the full impact, those slow and controlled repetitions, to kind of compensate for not doing the 275 like Brandon.
Cheated a little bit on that last one. Got a little push press in there, but you know, fuck it.
Agony and the ecstasy, all captured in that final rep. Oh yeah. You want your feet about hip width apart, core tight. You want to bob your head out of the way as the bar moves above it. Push your head back through. Lock out at the top position. Squeeze your traps. With this one, the difference between it and a push press is you're not involving any legs. With the legs, you can help with, as it said, dip, drive, and press. Get that weight up. You'll notice Brandon did it in his last rep. Hey, the thing is, the problem, I was running the camera, couldn't spot him, so he did it. A little bit of a cheat rep, but hey, it happens. So if you got to do it yourself, don't feel bad. If you're having to do it on the first rep, you might want to consider going down in weight a little bit, but when you're just getting that final one out, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. As you go through this plan, or any plan for that matter, you want to keep in mind some very important things as well. You can have aspirations to look up to, goals, definitely. But remember that when you're working out for yourself. You're not working out for anyone else. So don't let peer pressure or other people's opinions be, you know, constructive criticism is always nice, but don't let the extreme negativity or criticism get to you too much. If they say you're not putting up enough weight, if you're not progressing as fast as you should be, hey, you're in your own race. You have people racing right alongside you, but the good thing is the finish line is yours alone. So some people are sprinting, you may be doing a marathon. You gotta just keep your head down and keep grinding. We get comments, some videos saying we're looking small, other videos, people will be like, these guys are on steroids. There's really no middle ground, especially on the internet. And you know, that's okay with us. We're used to criticism. We've been running this channel for a while, but you yourself, you start getting into a good workout routine, putting on some size, getting some strength. Don't let the comments affect you. Wear it like a badge of honor. If someone's calling you out, saying you're doing this, you're doing that, you're not strong enough, you're too strong, must be because you're on drugs. Hey, just take it in stride. Keep your head down, keep doing your thing. You got it.
We got floor press next. If you watch the first video of this phase, you'll see that strength levels, we're not quite up to what we would want them to be. Feeling a little bit down, not feeling as strong, especially on deadlifts. Deadlifts have been one of probably our favorite exercises recently when we started really getting into it more and more, seeing our weight go up. You know, probably a few weeks before, we were busting out around 10 reps of 405, and then all of a sudden this phase comes along and we're getting barely 3 reps, you know, so don't feel discouraged if that happens to you. Kind of push through that. Today, feeling a hell of a lot better. So we're gonna be starting this floor press with 315. Now with the floor press, really gonna be concentrating on the upper half of the pushing motion, really working a lot in the triceps and stabilizing the shoulders quite a bit too, because you're not working them through the full range of motion, but it's taking all the leg drive out of it. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. So we're gonna see how this feels and you know, hopefully we bust ass and get through it. You'll see with the form, just gonna put the legs straight on the floor and cross them. If you're putting them here, you're gonna be able to get that leg drive and you'll probably end up picking your hips off. So just go ahead and you can do them flat on the floor. I just like to cross them because then it kind of makes them a little bit more stable and feels more comfortable for me. You're still gonna retract your scapula, but when you bring it down here, same positioning applies, but you're gonna just stop at the back of your upper arm there. And then you're gonna be pressing it from there. So it's a pretty difficult exercise, even though the range of motion is a lot shorter, still is pretty difficult. So we're gonna see how this plays out here. Yeah, that felt pretty tough, but felt good too. A lot of tricep activation. Oh, that pushes you. Felt good though.
What a way to end a Friday. Good old floor press. Old school exercise.
On to reverse crunches. The last exercise of today. And if you don't have a ab bench available, because a lot of times you just do an ab bench and then spin around, have your legs hanging, and you're gonna be, much like the name explains, reverse crunch. So you're crunching in your lower half of the body. But that's not available today, so we're gonna do it on incline bench. So just kind of get in this position here. You're gonna grab hold the back to support yourself. You're gonna have your legs straight out, and then you're gonna roll your upper body just like that, crunching it in. Oh yeah, that burns. That burns. It's a shorter range of motion. You don't have to keep your legs straight. I kind of did in the beginning, but adjusted slightly. Just keep your knees bent, but it's really just getting the hips come off the bench to crunch in. So just imagine if this would be your upper half. You know, with a crunch, you're lifting your upper half to crunch in while your lower half is stable. This being a reverse, you're stabilizing your upper half and crunching in your lower half. You really need to get that full range of motion, get those knees nice and high. You know, the hips are gonna be picking off, the spine's gonna be flexing, you get a nice squeeze in the abdominal area. Definitely works.
All right, there we go. Workout's finished. Outside, nice and crisp. Gonna have that protein. good end. But we're not finished yet, actually. We got one more day in this phase. It's gonna be phase 3, day 4, coming at you next. So until next time, what do we say, B?
Stay buff.
Yeah.